Hey y'all, Countryman here. I'm beginning to have a real deep appreciation for old school technology. I haven't done much at all, and my arthritis is already kicking up. But what I've got here is a bunch of the fat and a little bit of meat of what I had left over from cutting those butts up for the last week or so. It's approximately 50% lean to 50% fat. And you can see what I'm cutting up here. A lot of people would trim that off and eat it, but I'm sticking it in my food processor, or my hand grinder here. And it'll take it right on down. But I've got to hold on to this puppy and actually put some elbow grease in it. And it comes out the other end. I'm sorry I got to hold this and you can't see it come out the deal. But I figure I got about 2 pounds of meat coming here. Actually, it's going to be like 3 or 4. But I got this off of one of those websites that begins with an A and has a Z in it. This thing gets kind of cantankerous there for a while. I had to use a screwdriver and tighten this down up here. And my board is slipping. And what I do is when it gets real bad there, I go ahead and cut that off. This has got a lot of fat in it. I may have to get me some hamburger and add with this. This is 50%, 50-50 fat and lean mixture for sausage. But I'm making do with what I got. You know what part of the problem is, it being so hard, is this meat is dang near frozen. That might be part of the problem. I guess I should let it sit a while longer. Now this particular model, I was told that you cannot put a electric motor on. But one of the freight stores that sell stuff cheap has a grinder, electric grinder, and they're $39, $49. And I know a friend, Ironhead 41's got one, and they work out pretty good. So for another 99 bucks on top of that, I can get a generator. I done figured out right now, I either got to find a teenage boy to turn this for me, or I'm going to get me one of those electric ones. This is a pain. I'm not complaining, because in a sales situation, significant altering life event, this is all we're going to have. And I'm proud that I know how to do it. So we're just going to keep on keeping on. Hey, who knows? In a after everything hits the fan, or whatever you want to call it, I don't think there's going to be a problem if everybody needing to go to the gym, because we're going to get plenty of work. I didn't realize it was requiring this much elbow grease to turn a dadgum grinder. Either I was a whole lot younger, or when Mom made her cranberry and orange cranberry salad for Christmas and Thanksgiving, I was a lot younger, because she ground up her cranberries, and she ground up her oranges, and she mixed all that stuff up together. Oh man, you can keep your cranberry jelly crap in a can. I loved my mama's homemade. It was a chutney or whatever you want to call it. If anybody has a recipe for that, please send it to me, because that's one thing that I don't know how to make. Now, there's a term when you start killing animals on the farm. It's called offal, and it's not spelt right. But more or less, offal is anything that comes out of the intestines of a cow, or a pig, or stuff that nobody else wants. And this might be considered that. It's fat. But when you go buy Mr. Dean sausage in the store, this is what you're getting, about 50% fat. Now, I've ran this through on my big holes. I have the small grinder here, small holes, and I may run this back through again. Don't know. I'm going to mix me up some spices with this here shortly. I really didn't realize how much you're going to have. I've got a lot of just pure meat here. And I got a big blue bowl over here. I'm going to mix my spices up. And I'm going to fry me up some, along with a couple of eggs. And let y'all see what it looks like. You seen that meat just come out of there. It was a lot of lean in there. But when it comes through there, it looks almost white because of the fat content. But that's okay. This is about 60% lean and 40% fat. Now, it don't look that appetizing, but this is what your hamburger or your sausage is made out of. Let me put this over in my blue bowl, and we'll add some spices to it. And I've got two big butts down there off camera that I thought I might need to grind up some sausage. But I'm not even halfway done with this little bitty bowl that I got here. And I've already got 2 pounds of sausage. I'm going to have to add some more lean meat to this. I know I am. But we're going to fry it up and check it out. And I'll get back to you in a few. In the next segment, I'm going to add my spices to it. And we'll go from there. You know what? Forget the next segment. I've got a bowl here. Let's tilt my camera up just a little bit. Hey, the magic of video. Wait a minute. Let's do that up, turn that back around there like that right there. Hey, it's amazing what you can do from across the room. I've got my big blue bowl here. I'm going to put that in there. And the only thing I don't like about this particular grinder, make sure that you got space down here. I've got not even 2 fingers worth of space between the head of the grinder and my counter. I would suggest maybe putting some boards up here where you can get up and put a bigger bowl under it or whatever. But that's okay. This one will work for me. Now, y'all seen part 1 yesterday where I made my spices. I'm going to say this is about 3 pounds of ground up pork. And it's a little more fat than what I would have liked to have had. But I don't know how much spice I'm going to put in here. I say this is about 10 tablespoons altogether, and we're going to try 5 to start out with. Now, anybody, I put half of what I had in there. Anybody that knows you can spend 85 to $100 on a grinder, or a mixer that you mix up your thing. Old school, you put your fingers in there and you get with it, and you mix it all together. And your spices are going to stick to the bowl. So you got to do this just like you would flour, and mix it around. Roll it around, mix it through, squish it between your fingers. That's how you're going to get your spices mixed in with the rest of it. My buddy, Dink Barron, which I doubt if he ever sees my videos, if he's got a wife and a family, I mean, he's hadn't got time for me, God bless his heart. He hated sage with a passion, or was allergic to it, one I don't remember. But his mama, when they killed hogs at the fall of the year, they would make him pure ground pork with no sage in it. And this is kind of in honor of him, because I didn't have no sage to put in this. Now, this seems to be pretty much mixed up together. It didn't change the color of it very much. I still don't want to scratch my nose or anything, because I got that cayenne and my jalapeno pepper in there that I forgot to put in the other video, but I did put a half teaspoon in there. And this is raw meat. And do as I say, not as I do. Don't do this. I'm going to put just a little bit more of my seasoning. I don't mind it being hot. So we're going with about 6 tablespoons, and we're going to mix that in a little bit more. You don't want to over mix this, I know that much, because it'll make your sausages tough. So what I'm going to do now is cut the camera off and go fry me up some of this, and I'll get back to you in a few. Let me turn the camera around and see what's going on, and I'll fry this up and I'll get right back to you. I don't want this video too long. Hey, y'all was expecting to see some sausage. It was good. Have a nice day. Oh no, I got fried sausage here, and it tastes pretty dadgum good. Let me show it to you. So I'm going to turn this down here, and this is what I come up with. Now it turned, I don't know, you can't see it, but the cumin, I think it was, or the something I put in there, what's this stuff called? Turmeric. Turned my sausage yellow once it was fried. But it turned out good, and it looked like I had a lot of fat in there. But once you fry it up, most of your fat comes out, and you're left with a good tasting sausage. Is it worth doing? You betcha. I wound up with that little bowl, I probably wound up with 2 pounds of sausage. You seen how much spices I put in there? I had a total of about 10 tablespoons in that bowl, and I used about 6 with about 4 pounds of sausage. My spices are right on. I really don't taste the spice until it gets on the back of my throat, and then I can taste my coriander that I like. There's just a touch of that Carmen masala, and the burn doesn't start until after it goes down your throat, and you got a real slow burn from the jalapeno and the cayenne pepper I put in it. It's not really hot at all, but it's got enough in there that it'd keep a spicy connoisseur happy. I'm happy. What I'm going to tell you to do is not what I did, because I'm going to get all kinds of critics on what I did. But take all your spices. My nose is running, so yeah, it's pretty hot. Take all your spices that you like. It don't matter what they are. And mix them up in a bowl. Stick your finger in it. Taste it. If it tastes pretty good to you, grind you up some meat and try it. It don't have to be sausage. Get your big old chuck steaks on sale cheap, or any kind of pork or beef, or I know people that grind up rabbit and make some burgers out of it and add your spices to it. Am I going to be doing this again in the future? Yes. Am I going to be buying an electric grinder? Yes. Or anybody got a kid they want to rent to crank on that thing? And I'll be more than happy to pay cash. But using the grinder, it's a little more effort than what I thought it would be. Like I said, when on the other part, that when I was helping my mom crush up the cranberries and the oranges to make that cranberry salad, I don't remember having to use that much effort. Maybe I'm getting old and weak in my old age, but I think it turned out pretty good. And these are some real fine sausages. On the inside, they're done. Where are they at? They're done. They got a little bit yellow tint from that turmeric. I don't care. God, like I said, I think God told me to put it in there. I don't know why. Maybe I need it in my diet. But it turned out real good. I hate to eat on film, but I made 4 sausages. It's 11:24 a.m. This is the only thing I've had to eat today. I'm going to eat all these. I'm going to wait till about 3 o'clock, and I'm going to fry me up some more and put me some mustard on them. And that's what I'm going to have for dinner, because it is good. And all I used was the meat trimmings off of the pork butts that I did. I thought out 2 pork butts yesterday thinking I was going to need them. I haven't even opened the package yet. So when you start making sausage, a little bit goes a long way. Countryman out. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if I can do it, anybody can. God bless.